Yo, BJ Gaddour with TheDailyBJ, and I want to share with you today my 7 favorite high-protein snacks. In terms of the daily meal plan, I tend to follow 2 larger protein and produce meals, and then 2 additional higher protein snacks, spaced about 3 to 4 hours between each of those 4 total feedings to maximize what's called muscle protein synthesis, or the response, that muscle building trigger or flip of that switch from the foods you eat to maximize the gains. So you want to get about 30 to 40 grams of protein from each of these options. Some of these companies I've worked with, some of them I don't. It's an honest endorsement of the 7 ones that I use the most. Here we go. Number 1, gotta go with the low-hanging fruit. Arguably the most affordable, nutritious source of protein on the planet. Organic eggs. Ideally, if they have some extra omega-3 content, that's ideal, but you can get a set of 18 of these babies for like $3 to $5, hard-boil them in advance, and to get about 30 to 40 grams of protein, you need about 6 whole hard-boiled eggs, including the yolk. That's where a lot of the nutrition is. You get some healthy fats as well, but again, the additional protein, 6 grams of protein per egg. There are some cons to this, right? You lose your friends, and it's hard to eat 6 whole eggs unless you're a fucking snake. But again, this is one option that you can always work in if you got to get those high protein snacks in an affordable way. Number 2, you can't beat Greek yogurt. It has, per cup, 23 grams of protein, only 7 grams of sugar. You always want to get the unsweetened plain versions. You can always add things to this. Progurt would be adding protein powder to it. You could throw in some nuts and seeds. You could throw in some fruit, or you could just have it plain if you're trying to cut your calories down and just get the pure protein option. Again, it only has 23 grams per serving, so either have a cup and a half or add some additional protein to it. But it's a great way to get in that protein, and it's very affordable to get these throughout the week. Whey protein is one of the more researched protein supplements. It also outperforms just branched chain amino acids alone in the research, and it's all about the sourcing with this, right? Just like any animal protein source, if you get a really shitty whey, if it's artificially sweetened, that's not gonna be the best option for you. This is a grass-fed whey. It's naturally sweetened with stevia. 1 scoop has 15 grams of protein and only 2 grams of sugar. It tastes actually pretty delicious, and you'd wanna get 2 full scoops to get to 30 total grams, which is the amount you need to hit what's called the leucine threshold, which gives you about 2 to 3 grams, ideally 4 grams total of leucine, the most important amino acid that actually flips the muscle protein synthesis in your body. The issue with whey, though, is a lot of people have issues with dairy. They can develop allergens to this food, so just make sure you're not using it all the time or too often. Once a day, and then mixing up your protein sources is key. Another one of my go-to options, especially if you're someone who is vegetarian or has issues with dairy, is just pure essential amino acids. Now, what are they? They are the 8 or 9 amino acids you can only get from your diet that you absolutely must get to have a complete protein source. They tend to be, if you get about 30 to 40 grams of animal protein, you'll almost always get the complete blend of amino acids. Plant-based diets, vegan diets, you got to be more careful about how you get all that stuff in. You got to combine foods. That's beyond this post. But the essential amino acid mix has all 8 or 9 of those amino acids. BCAAs just have the 3. And the BCAAs are actually in an essential amino acids blend. I get nothing from this company. It's my favorite option. The lemonade tastes really good, and it has a 4 gram of leucine threshold that you need to flip that muscle protein synthesis in your body. Here's another great option if you like bars, which I do. A lot of protein bars out there that are pretty much glorified candy bars. This one is my favorite. It is naturally sweetened. It has 20 grams of protein, only 4 grams of sugar per bar. So you'd want to get either a bar and a half or have 2 full bars to get your 40 grams total, or pair it with something else. And they taste delicious, and it has grass-fed whey protein. Again, you always want to make sure your protein sources are quality. If you can't afford a more expensive bar, then go with one of the more affordable options available to you. Don't get something shitty because it's less expensive. Go with an option you can afford. That's legit. But I really like these source bars. Like anyone else, I love the good crunch you can get from things like potato chips and crackers, but a lot of that extra carbohydrate can mess with your weight loss goals and slow things down for you. So if you want a snack that has high protein and also some healthy fats in it, I love these pork rinds from Epic. Per serving, 8 grams of protein, 5 grams of healthy fats, and no carbohydrate whatsoever. Fried pork skin, salt, black pepper, sea salt, onion powder, garlic powder. Minimal ingredients, and I've been crushing these actually while watching the NBA Finals in my depression as LeBron James is struggling against the Warriors. But this is a great option to mix in, and between these 7 options, you got plenty of ways to get more protein in your diet and get them gains.